Okay guys, we're gonna work today, this week, in a really basic position that a lot of people learn in the beginning and they stop using, but it's a very effective position, is a scissor sweep. And I'm gonna show you guys the different ways that you can do that. So we're gonna start with a very basic, all the grips, concept, moving your hip, and then I'll show that can work from a pulling guard as well. And I'm gonna show a submission. To finish, I'm gonna show submission from there, okay? So a lot of ways we can attack our partners starting from that scissor sweep setup. And we're here with the king again. The king is back.
Yeah!
Let's go. Yeah, close guard. So I'm here in close guard. You can relax down. So I'm here, I'm gonna look first to, if these gis are, it's gonna be very tight, right? It's gonna be harder for me just to make that first grip on the collar on the spot that I want, because he might be like posturing a little bit. So what we can do is, like, this is easier to make any grip on the collar. Now I can use my legs and this to bring him down, and I can get my grip on the position that I want. So I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna open up the collar, use my legs to break his posture, and grab right in the collarbone here, that cross collar grip. Then I let go the bottom one and I go for his sleeve. Make sure when I grab the sleeve, I bring his arm inside my body and I lock my elbow on the floor here. Because if I leave his hand on the floor, when I go for the scissor sweep, he'll post that hand hard and I won't be able to move him. So I bring his arm in, and now if he fights to get his arm on the floor, it's harder. Because I have the leverage, I close my elbow, it's easier for me to keep his arm inside. So as I make that grip, I bring his arm inside my body here. Now I post my opposite foot on the mat. I'm gonna hip escape, drive my knee all the way up here to his shoulder under my hand. My other leg go down, slide down straight to the floor. Now I'm pulling him towards me as I kick my both legs. This is gonna kick down, and this is gonna kick like over his shoulder. And right away I'm following on top, and I like when I follow on top to punch that hand inside and grab deeper, because I'm gonna be able to use that for a cross collar choke in the mount. If I leave here, it's a lot of slack, so I like to slide as I come on top, so I'm gonna be able to use that for a submission. So again, so I'm gonna do in a few other angles so you guys see it. So open, control the collar, sleeve. Now I punch that in and close my elbow. Step on the floor, move my hip. I don't move my hip with a lot of space because it's gonna get his legs in the middle. So when I hip escape, I keep my left leg close to his hip. So you see, and my knee's right there. Either if I have his arm on top of my leg, I'm gonna slide my knee up. So you want to keep your body tight to his body the whole time. Now I slide down, pull everything towards me, and kick. Slide on the top, punching my hand deeper so I can get that choking grip all set in case I wanna finish the choke. We're gonna go over that later, okay? Questions on that one? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, here now, I'm gonna go over the scissor sweep again, quick, and then we're gonna finish. I'm gonna give you guys an option to finish with the cross choke, and I'm gonna give you guys an option from a triangle while I'm setting up the scissor sweep. He will do something you guys will see, so I'll give you guys 2 options for submission now. So open the collar, grab right in the collarbone, control the sleeve, punch that in, close my elbow, step, hip escape, keeping everything tight, slide my knee. Make sure here, guys, I keep my shin connect on his chest. My knee is close to my hand and my foot is hooking the outside of his rib. So this is very powerful here. If I like just keeping my leg in here and try to kick like sloppy, it's not gonna work. You need to keep everything tight. Drive the leg down, pull him in, now I kick. Slide as I punch my hand through. I do it at the same time. Now this can go around I don't need to grab inside the collar. I can just make any material I can grab around his shoulder or his, what is this called? Huh?
What, collarbone?
No, over here. Tricep? No.
No, triceps back here.
Around
Trap, yeah,
around
trap.
his traps. Any part you can grab in there, just grab the material. And now, because this is the choking hand, this one needs to be deep in connect on his neck. Make sure you don't bend your wrist to keep your hand straight. So this one have to be very tight. So this one's gonna be like a support to finish. As I start going down, my choking grip's gonna come down with me, and this is just gonna pull him off the floor as I drop my head. I'm just gonna squeeze until he tap. Okay, going over the choke again. When I come up, I'm gonna have that deep grip, go around, grab the material on the gi, slide that over, and keep squeezing down. It's gonna be like this. This pushing down, this is gonna come up as my head go. And just keep driving my elbow towards his shoulder. Okay? The second option I want you guys try. So I start a position, get my grips. When I hip escape and I went to drive my knee inside, he's gonna put his arm inside here and control my hip. So he's gonna block my knee from coming in. So no way my knee's coming in. If I stay here too long, he's gonna start getting his knee up, start like working his passes. So what I'm gonna do when that happens, I'm gonna drive my knee over his arm. My shin will be on his biceps. Now I'm gonna start pushing that away just to disconnect his hand from my hip. And now I slide this over and I chop this on his back. And I cross my other leg over. So if I just close my guard here like this, he will posture and will get out. So when I chop that on the back in the middle of his spine and I cross over, try posture now. It's harder, right? Mm-hmm. So it's easier for me to keep him down. So you don't want to like a close guard. You want like this first leg in the middle of his spine, squeezing your hamstring down as you bring your other leg from the top and close it. Now, if you don't want, you don't need to let go of the collar. You can punch the arm inside, control your shin, step on the hip, adjust your triangle, and use that hand to help you finish the choke. Or if somehow you lose that grip, you're gonna finish the triangle the same way. So I'm close guard, so I start attacking my scissor sweep. He's gonna block with the elbow in. My shin go on his biceps, start pushing away, slide over, adjust my hip as I chop that over and cross my feet. If I somehow lose that grip, punch the arm across, control my shin, foot on the hip escape, lock the triangle. I can go head down, I can attack the arm. So I have a bunch of options there to finish on the triangle. You can feel free to go over arms from the triangle, pulling the head or keeping the collar. Work all the variations you want from that when you guys focus on locking that triangle, and you can alternate your finishes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. See the concept of where your legs go from the scissor sweep? You can use that from a different positions too. So let's see, I'm starting the fight here and I control his collar and I have this grip on his elbow and I'm ready to pull guard. So I'm stepping away and I driving my knee to my foot to his knee, and now I have my leg in angle for just like I have for the scissor sweep, right? And I pushing the knee, kicking him over and come on top right away. So you can use that same concept of a scissor sweep to pull guard and get a sweep right away. So if we go quicker, so I'm going here, and then you right away, you can get that sweep when you start a fight. So one more time. So you control the collar, so you step away, so you go here, boom, right away. Same concept of the movement. So we're having that leg across, you're pulling the collar, pulling the collar forward, controlling the opposite, the collar and the sleeve. So same concept of scissor sweep, but we're attacking from a different position. It's a very powerful position that you can use from a lot of spots and a lot of people don't use. So from standing, you might. Just gotta be careful with it, but it's a very effective move that a lot of people don't use, right? So I want you guys practice that because I still using, and I learned that white belt. So and then here and there, when you roll with me, you can see that I'm still using that. And sometimes like people try jump past or the side, try step over, and when they step over, they try go on the knees. And if you manage to clear your leg out, the scissor sweep is right there. A lot of times, if you see on the round, the scissor sweep position is right there. You just have to go for it. I want you guys to try visualize more of that when you spar. Okay? 1, 2, 3.